Yield 4 minutes to the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Doggett.
Thank you very much, Mr. Van Hollen. Mr. Ryan, I want to say I'm pleased to be back on the committee. I salute your professionalism in the operation of this committee and the respect and the courtesy that you show to each member. The only differences that we have are substantive differences about the best way to move this country forward economically. I also salute you, Mr. Chairman, for the effort that you made in December to reach a bipartisan agreement concerning how we handle the budget this year and for the following year. It was a modest agreement. Like you and like everyone else, I had to bite hard to go along with the agreement, but it did have the effect of assuring that the country would be off cruise control this year, that we would have no more government shutdown fanaticism, that there could be some certainty to the way that we budgeted, and I think it was an accomplishment. Unfortunately, it appears from this budget proposal that that was just a pause in the partisan warfare, and that instead of continuing to try to build on that bipartisan approach, a balanced approach, that we're back. Really, it's as if I never left the committee because I've seen this movie before. I was here, Mr. Chairman, for your Die Hard budget. I was here for your Die Hard 2 budget. It is true I missed a Good Day to Die Hard budget that you had last year, but now I'm back this year for the Die Hard with a Vengeance budget. And like those movie sequels, this one has not really improved, though there are many aspects of it that are quite similar to what we have considered year after year, and I think the result will be pretty much the same. As a campaign document to rally the typical Republican primary voter, I think this represents a fine bit of ideology. But as an agenda for actually operating the government, it bears no similarity to the December bipartisan agreement, and it would really be an economic disaster that smacks of inequity. I think it is, in fact, a pathway not to prosperity, but to more debt and to a steady decline in American economic leadership. An American economy that will lag as it fails to invest in developing a highly skilled workforce. We already have a significant shortage in our STEM workforce, our science and technology workforce, where we are relying on imported labor to fill some of those critical positions. This does not make the kind of investment necessary, the kind of balance necessary to have a competitive workforce in the future. It is a budget that does not allow us to make the investment in research that will assure that we are the country in the world that is the source of innovation, that we have the basic research in medical research and other types of research. It doesn't make the investment in ensuring a healthy workforce. It doesn't, as Mr. Blumenauer has pointed out, make the investment to assure that we have the kind of transportation infrastructure that our competitors around the world are building. We feel that there needs to be more balance in the approach, and that in looking at balance, it is not just a matter of looking at the balance in dollar terms, but it's looking at the balance in terms of opportunity, in terms of the opportunity for a young person to achieve their all, in terms of the opportunity for our seniors to retire without all of the risk of retirement being shifted to them. We'll be offering amendments today to try to minimize the harm, and then a more complete, balanced budget proposal next week as an alternative to what you are advancing. And I yield back.